What up, guys? Welcome again to another of my video. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on the time you're going to be watching this video. Oh my guys, with the way things are going right now, I no go lie, I think that the government need to step in and start to regulate these Dangote trucks, because with the way things are going right now, I think that things might get to a point that the Nigerian youth will actually start to look for a way for themselves. I mean, tell me why very dark man will be live in Auchi trying to assess this whole situation, and right before his very eyes, as in they talk like this, another accident is taking place. Like, what is going on? Is it that these drivers don't know when to match brake? Is it that they don't know when to turn their steering? They only know when to just they fire, they go. Guys, you have to stay tuned though, because we are going to be talking about this. But before I continue, guys, I beg, I would like us to first of all address Zinoleesky and Naira Marley matter, because as it stands so right now, Zinoleesky de para, Naira Marley de para. As a matter of fact, Naira Marley have come out to say he wants to talk his own side of the story. Omo, at this point, I don't know which story that Naira Marley wants to talk of. But in his tweet, he said, "Meet me on YouTube at 8 p.m. It's time to tell my side of the story via Malian's music channel." Guys, don't be small, no. Before we take a look at Naira Marley's story, I beg, let us first of all address Zinoleesky matter, because Zinoleesky woke up this morning and decided to take violence as the order of the day. Zinoleesky came across his Twitter account to make this tweet where he said, "Osho free with a skull," and then he said, "One time he gets one guy with one eye. He talk say, lol." Now this was the second tweet that Zinoleesky made, and then after 1 hour he came to say, "If I talk and the other esu go break leg, dem go start to point finger." And then he went on to say, "Make person help me tell ID Kapasa say in life don ruga." Omo, at this point, the social media was totally scattered, because I don't know whether na Ruga get this sub or na ID Kabasa. But I looked back and I found out that Ruga and Zinoleesky do not really have anything going on. So the only person that Ruga might just be addressing right now is actually ID Kabasa. When the whole mohbad scenario was actually going on, ID Kabasa came out that time to actually make a video. In that his video, he was claiming that most of the things that Zinoleesky actually own are not his own, and it is the Malians record label that actually own them. For those of you that have not seen that video, let's take a look at this, guys.
Carries a lot of emotion, but I started hearing some other stuff coming from that label, that even some of the things that they said they bought for the other guy, the house, the cars, were not in that boy's name. Omo, that is wickedness of the highest order.
Omo, guys, this was the video that ID Kabasa actually made as at that time, and it be like say it is now that this video is really upsetting Zinoleesky, because Zinoleesky did not only come out to talk about this thing, but Zinoleesky don't send a lot of insults to this man. Right now, social media is buzzing. People are like, it be like say Zinoleesky is now back with his phone, because for quite some time now, Zinoleesky never really they follow anybody they talk on the social media. As if that was not enough, early this morning, a radio presenter, Alhaji Oriyomi Hamzat, he actually owns a radio station called Agidigbo FM, has actually come out to apologize to Naira Marley. The funny thing is that he did not only apologize, he also revealed that from now henceforth, Naira Marley and the Malians music song will be actually played across their radio station. Now, what really happened was that when mohbad actually died, this man came out that time to say that he's very disappointed in Naira Marley, and that from now henceforth they will stop playing their music or playing anything that has to do with the Malians record label. And since then till date, they've never been playing their music. And it seems like, just like the way Naira Marley actually wrote a petition against Iyabo Ojo, that was what Naira Marley also did to this man, because just recently he has now come out to not only apologize to Naira Marley, but he has also revealed that from now henceforth they will be playing the Malians music. He said, "When mohbad died, a lot of Nigerians thought it was Naira Marley that killed him, I also made an announcement then that my station must not play any Naira Marley song again. I wasn't happy when I made that announcement because Naira is one singer I love so much, especially his song Teshumole. But I had to do it because of the investigation that was ongoing. Even though not playing his song does not mean he will not achieve whatever he wants to achieve in life. And I never at any point said he kpai mohbad. Naira has never offended me, neither am I fighting him. I hereby declare that from today onward, Naira Marley's song can be played on Agidingbo FM. May mohbad's soul rest in peace. Omo, this is the full statement from Alhaji Oriyomi Hamzat, and as it stands so, I can clearly see that Naira Marley is now being accepted back in the street, and it's just a matter of time before the Malian's music is back at a full mode. Right now, guys, Naira Marley has a message for everybody. First of all, he came out to say, stop playing victim in situations you've created and then flip the story to manipulate people to think you are innocent. And then just this morning, Naira Marley came out to say, meet me on YouTube at 8 p.m. It's time to tell my side of the story via Malian Music Channel. Omo, at this point, which story do you feel that Naira Marley want to talk? Because I no go lie, I really want to hear his own side of the story. I mean, the story that we have all been waiting for. Let it finally come to us. Guys, what do you think about that? Please do help to share me your thought, because right now I think that the federal government needs to do something about this whole truck and Dangote and everything. I mean, this thing is getting to a point of no return. Just today, very dark man was live in Auchi trying to assess the situation. You know, since yesterday, very dark man has been in Auchi trying to calm the whole situation and make everybody calm down. And most importantly, very dark man said he must make Dangote feel what everybody is talking about. And what are they going to do? They will stop Dangote truck from running in the daytime, and then in the night they will allow all of them to go. Now, while they were trying to do this, just as they were there, another accident actually happened live. Like, are these truck drivers on so unlicensed that they don't know when to stop, they don't know when to actually horn, they just want to be firing and be going just like that? At this point, what do you all actually have to say? Because this Dangote matter has really gotten to a point of no return. Oh. On Sunday, it was live at the Church of Omega Fire Ministry. And if it did not actually happen there, I'm not sure that a lot of people will have actually been aware of what is going on. Because you see the case of Fina's sister and what happened in the church, those are the two things that made Nigerians to fully put their interest in the story. Right now, guys, Very Dark Man has just linked up with Apostle Johnson Suleman, and it seems like they are looking on how they can do this thing and walk a way forward since the federal government don't want to do anything. This video is what I have, and the video is very blur. Nothing actually went on in the video. It's just them moving around, so I can only play you the video and read you people's opinion. Because Daniel Brega have come out to say Dangote's trailer crisis hasn't been addressed by this presidential candidate, Peter Obi, Atiku, and others. Notice the radio silence online, but same people were quick to write episode concerning Rayi's NYC issue and the Kwam drama. Atiku is busy talking about Premier League. If this was to affect an elite, support will be pouring in from left, right, and center. However, everyone wants to trend carefully all of a sudden. Obi visited the LP voter who was assaulted during the last election, yet can't condemn the recklessness of Dangote's drivers despite a young lady fighting for her life. Wonderful. Another person said, Very Dark Man is acting foolishly. Where does he get the audacity to block Dangote's truck? If the government doesn't step in to stop his reckless behavior, he may one day trigger a crisis too difficult for them to control. Guys, at this point, what do you all actually think? Because this very thing that Very Dark Man is doing, while he's looking good in some people's eye, it's also looking bad in some people their own eye. So what do you think about this, guys? Please do well to share me your thought, because I'll be right there in the comment section waiting to reply to all your comments. And if you enjoy this content, please hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification. Thank you for watching, guys.